What's that right there? Oh, right there. Wow. We're gonna hit Canary Hill. It's custom screen day. Murfreesboro hardware store. We got the king of screens right here. I'm having Joseph build me up a custom brand new screen set right here. Joseph here is gonna build me up a custom, spec'd by me with his fantastic experience screen set.
Here's my wood shop. I cut my wood there down to size. I trim it on my table there, and I have a jig set up over there to do the rest of it.
Fantastic.
And I have my routers and my sanders to router and sand everything.
Joseph's gonna work up these screens for me tonight, tomorrow. If you guys need any custom screens, come check out the hardware store, Joseph, and get a custom set made. Well, that's super exciting. I asked Joseph for his phone number. He hasn't had a phone for 3 years. Bless that man, and I'm sure he's happier for it. Just finished out my first load of 8 buckets. I got 8 more to go today. We're gonna hit Canary Hill. That right over there where you see that bright yellow shirt wearing person, that more dark green lump is Canary Hill. It's named Canary because of the beautiful yellow canary colored diamonds that can be found there. We're gonna go try to find one of those, fill up another 2 tubs, do some Sarukaing, collect our centers and bring those home. Now when you're setting up a platform to run a Saruka, and this here is a Saruka, I believe this was the first original Saruka from about 8 years ago. Works very well. Here you can see we have these tables right next to the troughs. What we want to use these tables for is flipping our Sarukas. Now in a lot of places the wood is uneven, so what I do, you lay a coating of fine gravel down on the bottom and we'll be flipping our centers right on top of this. This way we have a nice flat surface to flip on, no diamonds or heavies will sink into holes or void. Every time we're finished scooping off a center, we smooth it back out. Pretty quiet day out here at the crater. We got a couple people up yonder. It's also worth noting, I'm not totally drenched. This apron here I picked up at the hardware store is game changer. I'm only wet from the ankles down. That's where my muck boots will come into play. We'll strap those on tomorrow, dig a hole and get down to that deep gravel. Restack it in the water. Bucket on the corner. Fill up the top screen. Bucket on the corner. Break up that top layer by hand. Throw the bigger chunks of rock and lamp right off to the side. Make sure the top's nice and clean. Move everything over to this side so we have a clear area of the screen right here. And then I'm going to quickly brush the rocks to the side, checking for any oversized diamonds. We got a little quartz or calcite right there. Nothing. Just pulled out my bottom screen. Took a look, something was shining over here. Kind of looks like opalescent, kind of like an opal. It's got an opalescent luster. I picked it up. It's kind of round. Where is it? It's kind of round, weird. Rounded, weird. It's definitely opalescent. This is kind of goofy. This looks like something maybe, this could be the weirdest looking diamond I've ever seen. Or we have something that somebody probably threw out or tossed or dropped here on the search field. Once checked, we dump the screen. Now we dump the plus 1/8 inch. Here comes the plus 16. All right, it's time for production Saruka mode. Left my small shovel in the truck. The big one will have to do. Oversized big gravel in the Saruka. Let the water drain. Do the first flip. Let it sit. Back the center. It looks like our center is pretty much there, so we're scooping up all that and keeping it. You guys see anything? We got some shinies. What looks like hematite, a little bit of barite, calcite, some jasper. We got a quartz out here. Hey, we got a calcite out there on the edge. Calcite's lighter. All right, now for the fun part. We get to Saruka all of this before we go home. Flip our Sarukas, quick scan, check our center, scoop up the high grade, drop it in the pail. Here's our first 2-gallon bucket of take home. And we're working on the 16 plus. Beautiful. We got lots and lots of heavies. Hopefully we got some diamonds hiding in there. Something right there kind of looks like a diamond. You just never know where you might find a diamond. Sometimes they're out here on this outer edge. Right there, smack dab in the center, we have what I think is a perfect pointy spinel crystal. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks terminated. Angular and beautiful. I don't know where it is on the viewfinder. I think it's that black speck right there in the middle. See if you can spot it. What's that? What's that right there? We have something with some facets right there. See it? Let's fish that out. Here on this flip we got something different. Full columnar crystal that's yellow. Okay, where is, right here? Where the heck is, oh, right there. Right at the tip. You guys see that? I'll try to scoop that up. Wow. That's something very different. Okay, there's that tabular columnar crystal. It's really, really shiny. We might have an olivine, epido. I guess there's an off chance. That's definitely an olivine or an epido, I'd say. But that's a pretty sweet looking crystal. I haven't seen anything like that out here before. Loaded down cart. Boy, am I happy I brought this trip. Love it. Typically don't use carts for gold mining. Here on the field, you definitely need it. Plan on bringing a bunch of stuff, moving a bunch of gravel. We're gonna go up top. I'm gonna see if the ladies, whoever's there, the interpreter, take a look at what I found. That one crystal is kind of interesting. Now that I think about it, it was in the center of the Saruka. Now that I think about it, it was in the center of the flip. So it means it's heavier. Haven't done any research. I'm not sure how heavy apatite is, but I'm thinking apatite. It's a yellowish green crystal, probably a little bit heavier. This thing was super pretty though. Let's find out what it is. Finishing out the day, we're gonna have a couple of rocks here looked at and identified by the professional. I don't think we have anything that's diamondiferous in here, but this crystal is kind of weird. That's a heart quartz right there. Do you have any idea what that is?
This is calcite.
Okay.
Soft and brittle. I put it in Tums, calcium carbonate. This is a silica bead out of somebody's boot box.
Yeah. So this one, when it was wet, it looked a silica bead out of what?
Maybe somebody's boot or that's calcite.
So you're checking to see if it's soft, to see if it scratches?
Yeah, a quartz would scratch my table. Calcite
Right.
will fall apart.
I see.
And
Cool.
diamond, I'm not going to scratch it.
So that yellow crystal
It's calcite.
is calcite. Okay, so it's just a perfect calcite crystal. Perfect. Well, thank you.
Have a good day.
Calcite crystal it is. Now we're gonna load in the cart, buckets, tubs, cooler, everything. This right here, guys, is how you want to do it. If you can, you're allowed 1 5-gallon bucket of material per day, 16 mesh plus, and this is our 1/8 inch plus. Screened material. These are the Saruka Center concentrate scooped up only. I'm right around 3.5 or 4 gallons worth of material. Today I did about 16 buckets worth, mostly full. I think if I pumped out 20 full buckets, I could get a full 5-gallon bucket of just scooped centers. Be sure to subscribe for more diamond and gold mining adventures and check out this video right here.